Hi guys, welcome to the next session of PNC. So let's start with this question. Five identical chocolates need to be distributed among three children. In how many ways can this be done? Now in this question, we have to distribute five identical chocolates to three children. That means I can say that three children are distinct groups and those chocolates are identical. So over here, selection of objects is not required, because we will never know that which chocolate we have selected. So in this, distribution will be very important. So which child gets how many is important. Now let's try to form a pattern. So the pattern of distribution and also order is important. So this is the pattern of distribution. So I'll give five chocolates to blue one. I'll give zero to green. I'll give zero to pink. Similarly, I'll give 4 to blue, 1 to green, 0 to pink, and so on the distribution goes. Now, we can also distribute this pattern among itself. How? So, in the first way, blue got 5, green got 0, pink got 0. There can also be a possibility that green gets 5, blue gets 0, and ping gets 0. So we will take all the possibilities. So this is the order. This is how we will distribute. So 5 0 0 will be the first order. Second order is 0 5 0. Third order is 0 0 5. That means in the third one, we will give 5 chocolates to pink, 0 to blue, 0 to green. Now remember one thing. When you have two numbers in common, so as you saw, 5 0 0, 0 0 was common. So in that case, there will be only three ways forming. And when you have all three different numbers, as you can see in the next distribution, that is 410, there will be six ways. This is a universal fact. So the third distribution pattern will also have six ways. Fourth will have three, and the last one will have five. So this is the distribution pattern. So total how many? So 3 plus 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3. That will give us 21 possible distribution. That is 21 ways. Now we can also solve this question by using partition method. So partition method for finding all possible ways of distributing identical objects into distinct groups. Remember one thing, partition method is only for identical objects. If the objects are different, we can't use partition method. Now, what is partition method? So, in short, we will have to find out how many partitions will be required to divide this 5 chocolates into 3 groups. So, there is a formula for partition as well. Find out the partition as well. Now, the formula is all possible ways of distribution is objects plus partition C partition. How to find out partition? Groups minus 1. So over here there are three groups. So 3 minus 1 will give me number of partitions. That means two partitions will be there. And if I apply that to this objects plus partition C partition thing, so it will be 7C2. So 7C2 is 21 ways. Now let's move to the next concept. 5 hats have to be distributed amongst 3 identical boxes. In how many ways can this be done? Now, over here, the objects are distinct, but the groups are identical. So we can't use partition method over here. So we will have to use the distribution method. So we know that over here, selection of objects is required. And which box get how many is not important. So only pattern of distribution but not order is this. So earlier also we saw this pattern. So this pattern will be followed over here as well. So this means I'll put 5 hats in first box, 0 in second, 0 in the third. Now over here, as order is not important, we will not put 5 to second box, first 0, third 0. This will not be the thing over here because order is not important. Over here, selection of the pattern is important. Selection of the objects is important. So we will start selecting. Now 5 in one, 0 in second, 0 in third. So selection means combination comes into case. So it will be 5C5, 1 and 1 and so on. So in the second it will be 5C4, the remaining will be 1C1 and 0 is 1. So in the next one it will be 5C3, 2C2 and 0. So same goes on for all this. Now guys, we will calculate. So after calculating, the first will give you 1, second will 5, third will 10, 20 and 30. Now we will simply add it. But remember one thing guys, 66 is not the final answer. Why is it not the final answer? Because if you observe in the last two distributions, the selection is not done properly. The selection is not done properly means there is some double counting of hats. So how is the double counting of hats? So let's see that. Now the distribution is this 3 1 1. So we will do the selection. So 5C3. That means let's say that these three hats are in the first box. Now for the next two boxes, we have two hats remaining. So how will we select? So we will select 2C1. But if we select 2C1, will we know that which hat will go in which box? No, we will not know, correct? So let's see that if we say 2C1, so we will select this hat now and the remaining will go over here, 1C1. Now there can be one more case that 5C3 will be this, but in 2C1, we might select the black hat now because don't know which hat we are going to select, correct? So this will give us two possibilities. That is the reason we have double counted it. So that means we have did same distribution. So we will have to find distinct distribution. Now how will we find distinct distribution? So total distribution upon similar distribution. Now total distribution was 20. Similar distribution is 2. Hence 20 divided by 2. So that will give us 10. Hence this 10 is the distinct distribution. The same thing will follow for the next possibility. The next possibility is 2 2 1. Now the first case could be we've selected this two hats, then we've selected these two and we have selected one. But there's one more possibility that we have selected the other two hats for the first box and the first two hats for the second box. Hence, there is also a double counting. So we will apply the same formula to find distinct distribution. So distinct distribution is total distribution upon similar distribution. Total distribution is 30 divided by 2. That would give us 15. Hence, it will be 1 plus 5 plus 10 and plus these two values, that is plus 10 plus 15. That will be the final answer. Let's move to next concept. Now we will see binomial distribution for finding probabilities. So just remember these things. Now what are honor cards? So these are honor cards. So there are 4 in a suit, 16 in a pack. Probability of selection is 16 by 52, that is 4 by 3. How many are ordinary cards? So these are called as ordinary cards. 9 in a suit, 36 in a pack, probability of selection would be 9 by 13. Face cards, there are 3 face cards. These are the 3 face cards. 3 in a suit, 12 in a pack. Probability of selection is 3 by 13. Numbered cards, so these are called as numbered cards. 10 in a suit, 40 in a pack. Probability of selection is 10 by 13. Let's move to a question. So the question is, we have to select 2 honor cards and 1 ordinary cards. And we have to find the probability. So guys, there can be cases in this. So there can be 3 cases in this. First case is, we will select first card as honor card, second as honor, third as ordinary. Second case, first card is honor, second card is ordinary, third card is honor. Third case, first card is ordinary, second card is honor, third card is honor. Now we will have to do the probability part. So probability of first card as honor is, we know all the probabilities, so it's 4 by 13 into 4 by 13 into 9 by 13 plus 4 by 13 into 9 by 13 into 4 by 13 plus 9 by 13 into 4 by 13 into 4 by 13. Now if you observe, 4 by 13 and 9 by 13 are common in all. So we can write this as 3 into 4 by 13 square into 9 by 13. Let's move to the next one. Odds are 3:2 in favor of India winning the match. Now, what will be the probability of India winning the match? So odds are 3:2 in favor of India. That means probability that India will win the match based on this will be 3 upon 5. Probability that India will lose the match will be 2 upon 5. Odds are 5:7 in against of India winning the match. Against means India will lose the match. So probability of India winning the match will be 7 by 12 and India losing the match will be 5 by 12. Now this is a question. So odds are 3:2 in favor of hitting A. So probability that A will hit the target will be 3 by 5. Miss the target will be 2 by 5. Odds are in 2:1 favor of B hitting the target. So B will hit the target will be 2 by 3. B will miss the target will be 1 by 3. Odds are 3:1 against hitting of C. That means probability that C will hit the target will be 1 by 4 and miss the target will be 3 by 4. Now once you figured out all the probabilities, it becomes very easy to solve the questions. So probability that all 3 of them will hit, so it will be A hits, C hits, B hits. So 3 by 5 into 2 by 3 into 1 by 4. That is 1 by 10. Moving to the next question. Probability that the target will be hit by at least 1. So we will use complement thing over here. So A complement means 1 minus none will hit the target. So 1 minus none will hit the target means all will miss the target. So 1 minus 2 by 5 into 1 by 3 into 3 by 4. So that will give you 9 by 10 as the answer. Moving to next question. Probability that exactly 2 of them will hit the target. So 2 of them will hit, that means there will be 3 possibilities. First possibility, A hits, B hits and C misses. Second possibility, A hits, B miss, C hits. Third possibility, A miss, B hits, C hits. So these are the probabilities that we know and we will add because these are the possibilities. So we will always do A first or second or third. First or second or third. That means after finding out the answers, we will get the final answer as 25 by 60. So that is 5 by 12. So 5 by 12 will be the probability that exactly 2 of them will hit. Thank you.